We have a solid metal ball. So these adjectives that appear can provide critical information. And a hollow plastic ball. So we might think right off the bat, what is the difference between a solid metal ball and a hollow plastic ball? A hollow plastic ball might be like a ping pong ball. And a solid metal ball would be dense, like a bearing, more than a marble. Same external radius. All right, so they have the same physical size. Are released from rest. All right, so if we used to stop right there. Two objects, they're different from each other. They are released from rest. Well, gravity acts on them both the same way. So in equal times, they should fall equal distances because their speeds are changing by the same amount. So at every instant in time, the t's should be equal. The v's should be equal. We know the g, or the acceleration, is equal, and therefore the delta z's should be equal. So that's what we should expect. Going further, it tells us it's a large vacuum chamber, something we have all seen before. Now, curiously, it doesn't tell us whether or not the chamber has been evacuated. Is it a vacuum? Or is it open? Is it pre-pump or post-pump? In either case, we should remember that the AP, its default situation, its default is no air resistance, unless otherwise stated. So when each has fallen 1 meter, say, this far, they both have the same speed. So if we look at that, that looks like that's our answer right off the bat. Now, these other terms, inertia, momentum, kinetic energy, are 3 terms in the next topic. But those, it turns out, as you will see, all depend on mass. In fact, inertia depends only on mass. And since one is a steel bearing and one's a hollow plastic ball and they're the same size, we know that the solid metal ball would have greater mass and therefore greater inertia. So that can't be a choice. Momentum depends on mass. They don't have the same mass. And kinetic energy depends on mass. So they don't have the same. And a little bit further down the road, we'll learn about potential energy, but that also depends on mass. Now, you don't need to know those things to know that the speeds would be equal, right? So all 3 of those, all 4 of the purple ones depend on mass.